Imagine the world 10 minutes from now, an hour, a day, a week. How about a month from now, a year, 10 years, 50 years, 100 years from now? What will the world be like 1,000 years from now, 10,000, a million years from now? How different will the world be then? Will human beings still be around? When you start to think about it, a human life seems to take place in the blink of an eye for the universe. On the timeline of the universe, our birth and death are practically right next to each other. In some ways, everything we do exists for only an instant and then is erased. Given enough time, the human collective memory quickly forgets about people from even a few generations back. Though this may at first glance seem to be quite depressing, it is actually liberating when you start to think about it. Since your life takes place in such a short instance with everything that was done erased, you can now live it in the way that matters most to you, without the anxiety that societal conformity often brings. Everyone dies, but not everyone lives, and the knowledge that those facts bring allows people to live. We came into existence almost magically from the initial replication of tiny cells during our birth. We were born into a world without any meaning, but the simple act of living creates meaning. At every moment, we create purpose. We create meaning by the choices we make, by the actions we take. Meaning didn't exist before we came into being. But that doesn't make it any less real. I'm not always sure what my dreams are trying to tell me. I feel a sense of urgency from them, but why? Sometimes I question our conception of reality. In some ways I feel everything is simply a dream. What we call a dream is a self-consistent framework existing for a moment of time. Our dream's framework exists for a second to a few hours, but is reality that much different? Our lives exist for a few decades to a century and then vanish, no longer conscious, much like a dream existing for a few moments, then vanishing. Even the entire universe came into being a few billion years ago and will one day cease to exist or fade away into the cold. Does there have to be a dreamer for dreams to exist? I'm not so sure. But the more I think about it, the more I feel our lives are no different from dreams. I don't want to stop dreaming. I fear the day that my dreaming will cease. But I hope I can enjoy the time that it's still here. I often wonder if I'm living life to the fullest. I'm trying to make the most of the small time we have here. But sometimes I'm not so sure if I really am. As I walk across these roads and see the buildings, trees, and passerbys, I wonder, where am I going? I look out into the unknown and hope to see the light